Welcome back, focused learners. Let's just jump right in, shall we? Today, we are taking that sometimes intimidating, totally overwhelming world of video editing, and we're transforming it into a step-by-step, totally accessible journey. We are going to master CapCut. You know, whether you're trying to go viral on TikTok or just piece together a fun family vlog, you absolutely do not need a film degree or crazy expensive software anymore. We're going to break down exactly how you can use this platform to take a totally blank canvas and turn it into a polished, captivating masterpiece. So here's our roadmap for this explainer. 1. Meet CapCut. 2. Basic editing and cutting. 3. Visual and audio enrichment. 4. Smart editing with AI. And finally, number 5. Pro tips and exporting. All right, let's get into it.
Section 1, Meet CapCut. Meet your new editing studio.
Think of this platform as literally stepping into your own brand new, fully equipped editing studio. Except, it's completely free. Now, you actually have a choice in how you want to build this studio, because CapCut comes in 2 main forms. The mobile app is absolutely perfect for those quick, on-the-go edits. You shoot a clip on your phone, you edit it right there, and boom, it's straight on TikTok. But if you want a bit of a larger workspace, the PC or desktop version is going to be ideal for really detailed timeline control and managing intricate layers. The really fantastic thing is that both platforms share a super intuitive interface. And hey, quick pro tip straight from the source material. While the app is available in multiple languages, it's highly recommended to use the English interface if you can. It just makes following global tutorials online infinitely easier. Okay, so the interface layout is actually incredibly simple. According to the guide from NewsLab Turkey, it's broken down into 4 logical areas. First, you've got your library, which is where all your raw ingredients live. Then you have your preview screen, basically your monitor. You've got the toolbars for all those fun extras. But the absolute most important part? The timeline. This is where the magic happens, guys. You literally just drag and drop your media from the library directly onto this timeline to start building your project. Moving on to Section 2, Basic Editing and Cutting, building the foundation of your video. Look, you can have all the fancy effects in the world, but a truly strong, engaging video relies entirely on tight, dynamic pacing. If your pacing drags, your audience is just going to scroll away. So the foundational workflow is really just a simple 4-step rhythm. You import your clips, you split them, you delete the garbage, and you rearrange what's left. Splitting is absolutely your best friend here. You want to navigate the playhead to exactly the right moment and split that clip to get rid of any boring pauses, repetitive scenes, or flubs. Keep only the absolute best moments so the audience literally never gets a chance to lose interest.
And precision is key here. As the experts over at NewsLab Turkey pointed out, you don't want to just guess where to cut. Use that zoom function to really expand your timeline. Zoom in millisecond by millisecond. This ensures your cuts are incredibly sharp, super professional, and perfectly timed to the action or maybe the beat of your music.
So the whole crucial point is getting the timing right. And honestly, sometimes that means manipulating time itself. Enter speed ramping. The creators at Social Coffee TV shared a brilliant example of this. Say you're putting together a morning vlog. Maybe you're driving to school or making your coffee. Bumping that specific clip to 2x speed drastically improves the flow. It adds a ton of energy. But quick warning here, they also advise you to check every single clip individually after you speed it up, just to make sure the overall integrity of the video isn't totally ruined by weird, unnatural motion. Okay, so you've imported your clips, you've zoomed way in, made those precise cuts, adjusted the speed. The foundation is rock solid. But let me ask you this. You've cut your clips, but how are you going to give your video a soul? Because a silent, raw video is just a collection of moving pictures, right? We really need to bring it to life. Which brings us to Section 3, Visual and Audio Enrichment, adding soul with audio, text, and effects. This is the enhancement phase, where we take that raw footage and transform it into a highly engaging piece of content. And please remember, audio is literally half of the video experience. CapCut's audio capabilities are just massive. You have access to a huge library of background music, though definitely always double-check copyright rules if you're publishing to YouTube. You can add swooshes and laughs with sound effects to really match the mood. Or you can use audio separation to pull a great audio track from a completely different video. If you're a storyteller, use the voiceover tool to just record your own narration right there over the timeline. Oh, and finally, apply noise reduction to instantly clean up any annoying background hums from your microphone. Total game changer. Now, let's talk visuals and build out that narrative. CapCut essentially separates effects into 2 main buckets: video effects and body effects. Video effects apply to the entire frame, so applying a cool lighting effect to your very first clip is a fantastic way to instantly grab attention and create a really professional opening.
On the flip side, body effects use smart tracking to isolate the human in the video. You could add a glowing outline or a clone trail to just the person. And hey, don't forget the end of your video. Adding a specific closing effect gives the viewer a really satisfying sense of completion.
Speaking of isolating the subject, we absolutely have to talk about chroma key. If you've ever seen a streamer just kind of floating in the corner of a gameplay video, they are using chroma key. It allows you to select a specific color, usually a bright green screen, and instantly make it transparent. That way you can place yourself over literally any background you can imagine. It is an absolute stable technique for content creators. Next up on the enrichment list is text and stickers. You really don't want static, boring text on your screen. CapCut lets you drop in a preset template, customize the font and color, and then, here is the really fun part, apply animations. You can set an in animation so the text bounces onto the screen, and an out animation so it fades away super smoothly. You can even combine them. Layering this with dynamic stickers, like a popping subscribe button or an animated speech bubble, keeps the viewer's eyes constantly moving and engaged. All right, section 4, smart editing with AI. Let the machine do the heavy lifting. So, everything we just talked about definitely takes some manual effort, but CapCut's AI arsenal, it is frankly incredible, and it's designed to save you literal hours of work. Auto-captions are basically a must-have for accessibility and keeping people's attention on social media, and CapCut generates them from your speech instantly. If you're a bit camera shy or maybe you just don't have a great microphone, the text-to-speech feature converts your written script into incredibly natural-sounding voiceovers. And remember chroma key? Well, with smart background removal, the AI isolates you without even needing a green screen. Add in the video translator that works in over 10 languages and the auto color correction, and you essentially have a whole production team just living inside your computer. But listen, perhaps the true power of AI for creators is the long-to-short conversion tool. If you are a social media manager or a podcaster, this is an absolute game changer. You feed the AI a long, say, 10-minute landscape video, and it will analyze the footage, find the absolute most engaging highlights, crop it vertically, and literally spit out multiple ready-to-post TikToks or Reels. It maximizes your content output with almost zero effort on your end.
Finally, section 5, pro tips and exporting, publishing your masterpiece.
Okay, you've built your timeline, you've utilized the AI, but before you ever hit that export button, let's run through a quick quality control checklist. First, keep your timeline organized. Group and label similar clips, because if it's a mess, you are going to get so frustrated. If you're on a PC, force yourself to learn those keyboard shortcuts. It's going to literally double your editing speed. Manually save your project after big changes just in case. Crucially, balance your audio. There is absolutely nothing worse than a video where the background music completely drowns out the person speaking. And finally, the golden rule. Do a full preview. Take your hands completely off the mouse, sit back, and watch the entire video from start to finish. You have to do this to catch any awkward cuts or weird flashes. Oh, and here's a highly specific, super actionable pro tip for your final color adjustments. To make your visuals truly pop, try manually lowering the exposure just a tiny bit and increasing the contrast before you export. This really simple tweak instantly removes that kind of washed-out digital look, making your raw footage look significantly crisper, way more vibrant, and just far more professional. All right, the video is flawless. It is time for the export process. You click Export or Share in the top right, and you're presented with a few choices. You have complete control here, which is great. For social media, 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second is pretty much the golden standard. If you're doing high-action sports or gaming, you might want to bump that to 60 frames per second for ultra-smooth motion. Or, if you just need to save some space on your phone, you can drop it down to 480p. Once you've selected your settings, you can save it to your device or just push it directly out to your linked TikTok or YouTube accounts. And just like that, you've gone from totally raw footage to a polished, AI-enhanced, perfectly paced piece of content. We've demystified the timeline together, we've explored the audio and visual enhancements, and we've let the AI do all the heavy lifting. Now that you hold the literal power of a professional editing studio right there in your pocket or on your desk, the only question left is, what story will you tell first? Go grab some clips, open up CapCut, and start creating. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you in the next one.